Adelaide, South Australia, the city of churches, cars and chaos, as we check out the Adelaide 500 street race, where SVG bids farewell and Brodie Kostecki aims to clinch his first Supercars Championship. We had everything on the streets of Adelaide, from the infamous shoey to a crazy Kindig custom car show with more than 100 cars, as well as the usual pit lane and grandstand antics. So come with me and let's get into it. Friday morning here in Adelaide, just got to the track. We're just about to go and check out the pit lane walk. So basically we get to go and walk down pit lane, look in all the garages, see what's going on, and check out two particular cars, well four particular cars. Kostecki, SVG, and the two Walkinshaw cars. Kostecki and SVG because they're the championship contenders this weekend. So we're going to be following them and their adventures to see who can win the 2023 Supercars Championship. And my beloved WAU cars. As you can see, I'm a bit of a fan. So let's get over to the pit lane now and get ready for the pit walk. Here we go. Look what we have here. But there you have it. There's our pit lane walk. Pretty cool experience if you ask me.
It was good. It's very
That's
good.
Killer, hey.
I liked it.
JC's car on those black wheels look pretty.
Look tough.
Very. What do you reckon, Paul?
Yeah, it was good. Good to see some of the pit stop practices and all that. It was good to get up and close.
Yeah, that was sick. For those who follow International GT, it's Matt Campbell. There he goes. Alright, we're going to go scope out Merchandise Alley now that they've made old Holden Racing Team merch. Now, how cool is this stuff? It's current, but it's retro, but it's cool old hats. Look at these. No race event is complete without getting the program. Let's grab it before they all sell out. How cool is this thing? Full off-road buggy. It looks like it's ready for Dakar. There is a lot going on here today. There's a lot going on. And it's only Friday. Woo. Here we go. Here we go. We got dirt bikes behind us, and we got BMX in front of us. Have a look at this. There's a bunch of like random boost mobile half pipes. This is pretty sick. We've come across this Datsun U. Have a look at this thing. From memory, it's got like an RX-7, one part RX-8, another part in the running body. But this is seriously a cool car. See these things on track sometime over the weekend, but this here is a GTR sort of replica burnout car, Hot Wheels car. How cool is this thing? This is Ferris wheel time. Let's get it. Here we go. Spot up here, check this out. We've got bird's eye view over the track. Super Utes out on track at the moment. And we get this sick view you can see over the back of all the transporters all in the paddock. How cool is that? Good part is up here you can see our seat. The grandstands is just over the back there on the main straight. You can see that over there. This gives you a sick view of the whole track. You get the view of the main straight and the first chicane down there, and then you get this back part of the track up in here, and then you see right here all the way down to the final corner. So you get a fair bit. On to the next. Alright, what's up next? I think maybe we'll get some food, hey? We got burgers, we got tacos, we got Thai even, Vietnamese. What are you feeling today, sir?
To be honest, it's a hard choice.
It is a hard choice. It's a very hard choice. I guess one thing that's been a bit of a dilemma with the increase in cost of living is the fact that prices of things at events is you would almost say borderline ridiculous. This here is, in my opinion, grub behavior. Just make a new one. Stop increasing the price on everyone. We gave in, we found probably the best value at the track. Pizza. That's the one. Alright, it's time to head to the grandstand, get our spot, get ready for practice 2 of the Supercars big session. Can Moster get P1 again? I reckon so. Let's have a look. Alright, 1 minute to go in this practice session. Randall, Waters, Payne, Kostecki and Van Gisbergen. They're 4th and 5th, the champs of Oh, here we go. Look who's turned up here.
Hello, Habib, hey!
Hey!
You recording?
I am.
Hey,
How are we, sir?
good mate, yourself?
Good to see you, mate. A mate that we met just there, Bill, drove all the way from Melbourne for this weekend to be here for this race. Dedicated bloke. Big Craig Lowndes fan if I've ever seen one. The countdown is definitely on now to qualifying this afternoon. We still have a little bit of time to go. So now it's really about maximising your time around the track, seeing all the sights, sounds, all the different displays, cars, businesses, merchandise and everything that's on offer here at the Adelaide 500 fan precinct. Back in the grandstand for race 1 of the Porsches. They're 8 laps in. Just have a listen to how high-pitched and crazy these cars are. They rev to like the 9,000 RPM in these things. Absolutely amazing cars. GT3 RS 992, I think. Here they come. After the Porsches, we had the qualifying session for the top 10 shootout for Saturday's race. And this session didn't disappoint. Well, a few of the guys are getting curb strikes here. Brown, Waters. With a couple of big name drivers not making the shootout, it meant that they'd have to start the race further back in the field on Saturday. Lucky for me, Moster wasn't one of them. He pipped Reynolds and Payne just at the ends. Wow. Crazy. Kostecki's in it. Van Gisbergen's in it. That's all that matters. Oh, Feeney. Oh, 11th. Wow. Chazzy. Bring on the shootout. Hey, you're going first there. And that's it. Everyone's vanishing now. That's the end of the first day out here. The Fast Friday here at Adelaide Street Circuit. And we will be back here tomorrow morning ready to get amongst it again. So this spot shows cars going into the last corner. This right here is a V8 forklift. It's all happening down here. We found a bunch of bloody seagulls. Have a look at this nonsense. We're going to start our day off by heading over to the GT Village, check out the GT cars and the Porsches. First thing I spot walking over to the GT Village is actually something about Bitcoin. This here has been put together by Monochrome and it shows the 15 years of Bitcoin. Now how cool is this to see at a racetrack? All the way from the 2008 white paper through to the Bitcoin halvenings, the FTX, and now 2024. Really cool to see. Obviously I'm a fan of crypto, so that's really awesome. We've got some pretty cool cars in there. That is a 570, I think. Bit of a closer look at that thing actually. So this section in here is for the GT drivers who race in the Fanatec GT World Challenge. So there's a lot of different Audis, Mercedes, all GT3 cars. We'll get some cool action of them on track later on today. But behind us here, the other part of the GT area is the Porsches. The Carrera Cup always have such sick marquee. Let's go around now to where the Porsche Carrera Cup cars are and have a look at what's going on down there. I just completely love this generation of Porsches. I love the back, I love the way the wing comes off the back. Oh, unreal. These are the same cars that race in the Porsche Carrera Cup categories all over the world. They're an absolutely amazing car and they've got quite a cult following and they've maintained the same look on these cars forever. You see all the cars in this Carrera Cup are all parked in their pit areas. Teams are working on them, getting them ready for the next race. For those interested in trucks, this thing is killer. Look at this. STM Transporter. It is sick. It is so cool. Now we're going to go through and have a look at the GT cars. They're in the paddock right next to the Porsches, so we don't have to walk too far. Let's see what's happening there. So in the GT races this year is a pretty good mix of the Audi R8, the Mercedes AMG GT3 and the Porsche GT3. Beautiful vehicles. So you got a Mustang and two C63 AMGs. Now we've just spotted where the touring car masters are hiding. So for those who aren't from Australia, these are like the racing cars that used to race back in the 70s and early 80s. That's Australian touring car driving legend John Bowe, for those who don't know. And this is his Holden Toronto. Got some old Falcons, some 80s Falcons, some 70s Falcons, the old Dodge Chargers. Some epic cars here. The touring car masters are just about to start rolling out. I can see them over here. Here's John Bowe in his final race weekend before he retires. Alright, a few more cars still coming, but let's make tracks to go and see these things on the racetrack. Those things sound incredible. So we have an hour before the top 10 shootout. So we'll duck over to the paddock, see what's happening, and then we'll go back to our seats and get ready. It's always such a cool vibe being down in the pit lane, seeing everyone working and hustling, getting everything ready. It's a good atmosphere. You see all the transporters as well. Occasionally you see the drivers going back and forth between the garages and the cars, which is pretty cool. So we're going across the track to get to the other side. Check this, how cool is this? Give us a wave. How good's that, eh? He was loving life. Grandstands are packed. We're ready for the top 10 shootout. Here they are.
Hello.
How are we? What do you reckon?
Brody Kostecki.
Kostecki?
Yep.
He's looking hard to beat. SVG just doesn't look like he's quite
I
there.
don't think the car has the speed.
No, neither do I, which is going to be
But Cam Waters could be a dark horse to pole.
yeah,
Monster energy,
that car would
Monster.
be sick. That car would be sick to get on pole with that cool livery and stuff. But it's looking hard to beat Kostecki at the moment. Oh, I love that livery. Chaz up next. Let's go. Yeah. Bro, if Monster gets pole, the whole field's going to be like, we got beat by some mosquitoes.
Someone send the air guard down.
Yeah. SVG about to go out now. Let's see what he can do. So depending on how it pans out tomorrow, this could actually be SVG's last top 10 shootout in Supercars.
It could be. If he
It could be.
doesn't make the
Yeah,
top 10.
if something wild happens tomorrow. Hey, fuck, what a gap. 0. Damn, that is insane. David Reynolds, wow. So there's one car to go. He got it. Whoa. The Armroll Pole Position Award straight down to Elvis. Wow.
I called it.
You did, you caught it. With the top 10 set, it was time to have our eardrums blown out by the F-35 jet fighter in the lead up to today's race. Alright, we're probably about, what, 15 minutes from the race. Who's your tip? Is Brody going to do it? Is he going to put the championship out of reach in this race? What do you reckon?
I think Kostecki might lead it from the start to the end.
You reckon?
I reckon.
So you reckon championship's done in this race?
Championship could be done in this race.
If Kostecki wins this and SVG doesn't finish high enough up, Kostecki will win the championship in this race. Whoa, it's all happening. Our first casualty already. Scope this. Cameron Hill being towed away. It's all happening out here. Looks like Mosto might be in next. Unfortunately, we had a pretty good idea who was going to be champion by the end of the first lap, as SVG and Brody's teammate Will Brown collided, causing both of them to go out of the race. This meant that all Brody Kostecki needed to do was get a couple of points and finish, and he would be the 2023 champion. This did lead to a pretty cool race though, with Cam Waters driving the Chem Block inspired tribute livery, taking the checkered flag in first place. What a race. Cam Waters, what a skid too. Look at that. Woo.
And the first place trophy now, presented by Aaron Hickman, the CEO and founder of our main sponsor, Velo. Time to celebrate our race 27 winners. Let the party begin.
Well, having the Mustangs come strong at the end of the season. Look at Reynolds. Wow, there we have it. Saturday, done. Brody Kostecki, the champions. Unfortunately, didn't get to go to Sunday. Is what it is. Craziness on the first lap. Oh well. For the race though. Now we're going to try and get out the track. People everywhere. Look at this. We're back. Today's bittersweet. Sunday. It's also the last racing day for 2023. Sadness. But what do? Got to enjoy it. Make the most of it. We're down here at the Kindig Custom Car Show now. At the track. We're going to go through and have a look at some of these awesome custom cars. So let's go exploring. And as you can see here, it won 2007 North America concept car. So this is pretty cool. It's got an FJ styling with a hot rod. And it's one of the coolest custom cars that Holden built as a one-off thing for an American Auto Show. So that's sick. Look at that. Look at the paint. It's very similar styling to those Porsches we saw in the track. So this thing is a hand-built 1971 Ford XY Falcon, and wow, what a work of art. Took approximately 10 years, and it's in this cool forged green paint. Love these car shows too when they have the mirrors underneath, just to show the level of detail that's been put into these builds. Tell you what, there's some pretty damn cool cars in here. All right, now to check out what's under the marquee. Check this. Mad Max for ya. Look at this. So many epic cars in there, but I can hear the GT cars on track right now. So we're going to try and get to a vantage point and check them out. The sound of these things is bloody unreal. My guess is everyone's lining up here for Shane. Check it out. So let's hang around and see if he comes out. I don't think anyone got anything signed, but people got a bunch of photos, which is kind of cool. His final race today in Supercars before he leaves to NASCAR. Should be quite the exciting race, I think. As you just saw, SVG's getting ready. The drivers are all getting ready, going to the cars, getting all geared up, helmets on. Qualifying session is about to start in 5 minutes, so we're going to go find a spot.
17 degrees, last time I checked a few moments ago.
Well, that session's been red flagged. We've had a problem with Cameron Hill's car. It's gone into the wall, but we've dashed over to this part here, which is the inside chicane on turn 1. And so cars look like they're going to be rolling down. That doesn't mean everyone will be back out. There we go. Session will be restarted in a minute. Left. Payne, Waters, Reynolds. Wow, those Penrite cars are quick today. Payne, provisional pole. Waters, Reynolds, Feeney. There is no Heimgartner. Todd Hazelwood made the 10 for his last full-time race at this point. That is insane. Chaz got in. Will Brown missed out. Wow. The two Shell cars missed out. SVG's 14th. Man, this is going to be a crazy race today. Are we going to see SVG put on a clinic and go right through the field in his final race in Supercars? Here he is. The man, it's all right. The man himself. He's back. All right, Paul.
Get plenty of stuff or what?
We just got our photo with Big Richard, NASCAR man. I saw SVG went walking through there before.
Yeah.
And I was videoing it, and man, everyone's there with like all this stuff for him to sign, like as if he's gonna. It was right before the qualifying. Yeah. Maybe that's why he didn't do well. Maybe everyone put him off. Yeah. Everyone had him stressing. That Michael Massey. Everyone knows him. Oh, there's our little wonder through the paddocks. About to go to our seats now. Top 10 shootout upcoming in about 20 minutes. Who's your tip, Josh?
I think one of the Fords is going to get it.
I'm going to go with one of the Penrite cars. I'll go with Payne today. I think he'll finish this year on a high. Who do you reckon, Paul? Who's your tip for Paul?
Oh.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be one of the Penrite.
One of the Penrite cars as well. Ooh.
Matt Payne's already on provisional pole, so he'll be the last car out.
He will be. Ford it is. There you go. You heard it here first. Now let's go see what happens. First car out. Here we go. In his final race. He's not in Supercars next year, so let's see how he goes. Oh, well, he was up quite a bit in the first sector, and then he just dropped off. Oh, well, next up, Brody's first top 10 shootout as a Supercars champion. Here he goes. Final corner. Here we go. Oh, 6 tenths. Wow. Wow. Reynolds, curb strike. Wow. One car left. Matt Payne. Can Payne knock off Kostecki? Yeah, that's who he picked. Oh, wow. You see the trophies down there. Countdown is on now until green light, and away we go. Grid is packed. Crowd is pumped. Here we go. Let's see what happens. About to start.
He's got the tyres to do it. Adelaide, are you ready?
This race was almost a replay of last year's Sunday race when a rookie driver stole the show then. This year it was Matt Payne's turn, but not without drama. Oh, they're bringing his car back out. Unfortunately, SVG had problems, and after several attempts to fix the car and get it back on the grid to finish the race, he had to park it up, to the sadness of the crowd who wanted one last SVG spin. So with Matt Payne taking the win and closing off the 2023 season, it was time for Brodie Kostecki to give us his championship-winning burnout.
And then folks, one more time, Brodie Kostecki, this year's Supercars Champion. And car 99 is the champ of 2023. Let's hear it, Adelaide. What a sight in Pertec Victory Lane. The Velo
Crazy.
500 to make it
Crazy
2 rookies in 2
race.
years.
Crazy entry championship. Wow.
And
Some sick
celebrating his
burnouts.
style with his more experienced
Payne's
teammates
burnout.
on the move for
Kostecki's
2024.
burnout.
Payne collecting victory.
Had no SVG's burnout. Wow, who would have thought that? Now, time for the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first place driver, car number 19 from Penrite Racing, Matthew Payne.
Whoa!
The Coca-Cola Racing by Erebus, Brodie Kostecki.
Down on the pit lane, here we are for the end of the race. Check this, race winner. Probably one of the coolest liveries from this weekend. The Cam Waters block tribute livery. What a cool piece this was. It's so sick to see it get up yesterday. Let's have a look at the big championship winner car. Look at it, covered in the confetti. This is pretty cool. Have a check of this.
Really? Yeah.
Ripping
around in that.
Cheers. Thanks, man.
Nice work, man.
There we go, Supercars champion. Congrats on the weekend, man.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one. Wow, what a weekend. What a weekend, eh?
Good weekend, good 4 days.
Absolutely killer. This place really brought the goods. The weather stayed clean. There's no rain.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah, not too hot. The grandstands were perfect for us. Some killer racing again. And an end to the championship that probably people expected in one way.
Yeah, I think.
But the way in which it all unfolded,
No,
that's something else. Crazy times. All right, well, that's it for us here. We're going to continue on walking about, scoping, seeing what we can see.
We will see you next year.
Yeah, at Daytona.